Alright guys, so just wanted to show the finished result on one of these shafts. This is a drive shaft for the little Nissan Pao, which now has a Honda K20 engine. So they're custom drive shafts. So this end here is the outer end that goes into the hub on the Pao, and the end that's in the chuck on the lathe here obviously is the end that goes into the gearbox or the diff on the K20 engine there. And this section in the middle is a sleeve that's been made. So I've TIG welded this all round. I TIG welded it in the lathe, clamped it really well, and did it just in stages to try and keep the heat out of it, to keep, you know, to stop the thing from warping. And it seems to have worked pretty well. So let me see if I can just. Alright, my TIG welding isn't absolutely fantastic, but it's done the job. So these little V grooves here that are cut out and are staggered between one side and the other. So we've one here, we've one underneath, and we've one here, and we've one on the back. They're just to relieve the stress of the weld around each end of the sleeve. Now this isn't my idea, I got this from a guy on YouTube. I can't remember the exact name, but I'll have a search for it, and I'll tag the guy in the clip. And he said he's done it like this and it worked pretty well. So it just relieves the stress to stop the thing cracking and breaking around that one weld. It gives you much more of a weld area here to work with. So this turned out pretty well. So this is all cooled down now. It was roasting hot, and what I just want to do, well, I've checked it already, but I just want to show you in the video just how straight. So I'll try and get some sort of reference point for the camera if I can. So we'll take a reference point of this little rib here, which is, don't worry about this ring, this is loose, this is a little snap ring here, but we'll take a reference point of this little rib, this little stop end on the spline, and I'll start the lathe and we'll see just how straight we are. So let me just get the camera nice and still, so you can see there. I mean, that's probably me shaking more than anything, but that's pretty straight. So fairly pleased with the result, well happy with that. We'll get the thing built up. Just to show you, I have one partly made here. Again, this is the Honda end turned down, ready to slot in here. That fits in there. It's a bit of an interference fit that's quite tight, so I'll not put it in there at the minute. This is the other end, which is a smaller diameter. I think this is only about 20mm diameter, whereas the Honda is about 25mm. This is the sleeve that I've made, so it gives a tight fit on either end there, and I've still to cut the little V grooves out of this. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to drill a hole and drill a few holes in it and cut those out just manually with the grinder, and I'll get this all welded up the same as the other one. And that should be them pretty much ready for assembly then.